Welcome everyone to Game 5 of the Unity Cup. This one between the California Titans and Khulle Sher. Khulle Sher winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. As the players take the field. And the first ball of Game 5 coming up momentarily.
You can choose which one you want to start scoring. AP is coming. Ask AP. Go to AP quickly. Anand Patel.
So we're all set for the first ball. Here we go. Owen starts off with a no ball. First up there from Jacob Duffy. Trying to go wide of the crease, but seems he overstepped as far as the front foot goes. Now coming in for the free hit, it's gone over extra cover. And that'll be the first runs of the game in the form of a boundary. So Pathan here making use of that free hit. Ryan Pathan, the man on strike, and picking up a boundary first up to get the California Titans up and running. Duffy now. Oh, and this time short, cut away with absolute ease. Picks up another boundary. Ryan Pathan. Duffy deciding to go short, wide, and Pathan not want to miss out on that. Just got some bat on it and past the fielders there inside the circle. So a couple of boundaries to start off here for the California Titans. Not what Khulle Sher would have wanted. Duffy now, where does he go? Oh, and this time that's gone up in the air, past the keeper and slip, and yet another boundary. So 3 consecutive boundaries now for Ryan Pathan and the California Titans. And they've gotten off to an excellent start here at Bolen Park. This time going a bit fuller, but still short of a length from Jacob Duffy. And a bit of an outside edge flying over the keeper. This time though, he's gone over point, and another boundary there as it beats the man at deep point. Racing away to the boundary, that one. 4 consecutive boundaries to start this over off, to start the game off. And he's looking very good as Ryan Batan. This time Duffy deciding to go fuller, kept it outside off. But Batan able to find the gap once again.
Scorer, ball check.
Already seen 17 runs come from this over. 2 balls to go. This one hit down the ground, but straight to mid-on. Better from Duffy. This time targeting the pads. Going with that same length, going full.
One more.
And now Duffy, the final ball of the first coming up. Oh, and this time just looking to guide it towards point. He'll pick up a single to retain strike. And with that, the end of the first over. 18 coming from it, a big one for the California Titans, or 18 for no loss. Here we go now as the second over comes underway. This one hit away to the leg side. And once again crossing the boundary. Another boundary here. And Rayan Patan, his charge continues. Initially against Jacob Duffy. And now the new man into the attack. Ronsford beaten from the other end. Going a bit short on the stumps. And played that well off the back foot, did Patan. So pressure on Beaton now. His first ball as it goes to the boundary, and this has really been a good start for the California Titans. Beaton now as he runs in to Patan, who's been looking really good. And that's much better appeal. Umpire remains unmoved though. Looking to drive that one through the offside. It was Fuller. And Khulle Sher thought he got an edge on that. Did Patan, but missed it completely. The man at the non-striker's end though, Trevon Griffith. He can also be quite destructive up front, and if he bats long, he can just take the game away from the opposition. Yet to face a delivery though, because till now it's just been the Rayan Patan show. As Beaton runs in once again. Oh, and that's an excellent Yorker. Not able to get bat on it, Patan. So a couple of good deliveries following that boundary. Beaton runs in for his fourth. And that's it away over the infield. As the fielder will chase it down, and they'll just stick to the single with the two batsmen. And that'll get the left-handed Trevon Griffith on strike. Beaton here, he's bowled a good over after that boundary. Another couple of deliveries remain. As he runs in here, continuing over the wicket to the left-hander. We'll just hit that one towards point, looking for the single, not on offer though. Final ball of Beaton's first. And that's just going to be it. Well through the covers. Don't think it has the legs to go to the boundary though. Or does it? It does. So an excellent shot there from Trevon Griffith, full of class, as he's driven that one through the covers to finish the over off with a boundary. 9 coming from it. And after 2, California Titans going strongly. 27 for no loss. After an expensive first over, we've got a bowling change. Mohammad Asif brought into the attack. Coming in for his first delivery. That's just going to be defended on the stumps, a good length. Asif, of course, a former Pakistan international player. And up against 2 quality openers here. Ryan Pathan, the man on strike, 22 off 12 he's on. And he's known for his destructive type hitting, his power hitting at the top, and that's exactly what he's showing today. As Asif comes in. Oh, and that's just flicked away. And it'll beat the man there inside the ring. And he'll pick up a maximum for it this time around. The first maximum of the game. Coming off the batter, Ryan Pathan. A full toss there from Asif. A low full toss at that. And with absolute ease, Pathan has deposited that one over the boundary. You really can't make too many errors in your line and length when you're bowling against such quality openers, especially when they have the full license state. We're in the power play, they've got the batting to come. Do the Titans, they've got a strong batting lineup. And this time, straight to the man, is that? Yes, it is. There's the wicket. Ryan Pathan trying to clear covers this time, but an excellent catch taken at the circle. And Mohammad Asif strikes 6 and out there for Pathan. And he's done his job though, you'd say. 28 of 14 deliveries. As he heads back.
Ronak.
But a very good catch that was. diving to his right by the man there at extra covers. Asif though brought into the attack and he's broken this partnership. Ronak Sharma, the man who took that catch. An excellent take it was.
Just confirming batter name Syed Abdullah.
Syed Abdullah.
Thank you.
Syed Abdullah, the new man, will be on strike. And he goes up in the air once again. There's a man coming in. And he's taken it. That is an excellent catch. Running in from the boundary, diving forward, and he's judged that exceptionally well. Syed Abdullah gone first ball, and Mohammad Asif is on a hat-trick. Two almost identical deliveries, two similar shots, and two amazing catches. As Khulle Sher pick up a couple of early wickets after what was an excellent start by the California Titans. Syed Abdullah here saw that delivery full on that fourth stump line and trying to clear the infield with no one back besides that one fielder who has taken a great catch. So Asif here is picked up 2 and 2. Getting rid of Syed Abdullah now.
New batter name, please. Can't see the number.
And it appears that catch was taken by Chad Bowes. An excellent one at that, running in from the boundary. Always tough to take those, diving forward. Now the new batsman at the crease, the left-handed Kranti Kumar. But for now, Mohammad Asif here on a hat-trick. That's just going to be driven well through the covers, racing to the boundary. Doesn't get there though, but the batsman comfortably coming back for a couple of runs with that. Kumar off the mark. So Asif here went for a 6 and he's picked up 2 wickets off the next 2 deliveries, including that big one of Pathan, who was looking very good. Final ball of Asif's over coming up as he just makes a couple of changes in his field. Brings another man onto the offside. 2 slips in place now. And this one's just down the leg side. Arm spread by the umpire. So will be signalled a wide. So he'll have to re-bowl that will Mohammad Asif. Just the one ball left in the over. Oh, and that's an excellent delivery to finish off, beating the batsman there, staying a bit low that one. And with that, at the end of a really good over for Khulle Sher, 2 wickets and 9 runs coming from it, and after 3, the Titans 36 for 2. Ransford continuing here into Trevon Griffith, who's cut that away. And we'll just pick up the single off of it. So 2 left-handers we've got at the crease now. Beaten here's first over, a tad bit expensive, went for 9. This time short, looking to just cut it away past point. But a bit of extra bounce there from Beaton, which ends up beating the batsman. Beaton now in for his third. And that one's just hit away through the offside. We'll just pick up the single off of it. So after those couple of wickets, Khulle Sher now have really stopped the run scoring as well. How freely the Titans were scoring runs, Pathan especially. And that was truly a big wicket. Trevon Griffith though now the man on strike. He's also one who you do not want batting for a long time because he can take the game away. We've seen his innings. He can be very explosive, can Griffith. As Beaton comes in. And this one just looking for the quick single there. Nudging it into the offside, but not to be as Kranti Kumar turns him back. Oh, now stepping down the track. Still doesn't get the connection he would have liked, Griffith.
Hello, how are you? Bro, I have to put some banner in the ground. So can I check your fixed camera? Camera angle.
Okay. Which camera? So this is this camera right now?
Okay, got it.
Okay.
This is good.
Now Beaton, final ball of his second. As that one's driven but straight to the man who does well to stop it. At covers, and with that, the end of his second over, just 2 coming from that one. And after 4, the Titans 38 for 2. Asif now continuing, and that is an excellent shot off the bat of Kumar. He'll pick up a maximum for it. And played that really well. Over the extra cover boundary, went inside out there, did Kumar. That fuller delivery from Asif. And a good way to start the over off for the Titans. As some changes are made in the field. Point is sent back. And third man brought up. Asif, where does he go now? Oh, and this time up in the air, it'll go over third man. A couple of bounces into the boundary for 4. Just brought that third man up the ball before, and now an outside edge flying over him to the boundary. So 6 and a 4 to start the over off from Kumar. And that charge continuing from the Titans. Asif now, he's brought deep square leg up and he's sent mid off back. Continuing to come over the wicket to the left-hander, who just leaves this one alone. But that plan clear from Asif to go outside off. Occasionally vary his length, but mainly just going full, and that's what's worked for him today. The 2 wickets he's taken. As he runs in for his 4th delivery of the over. And once again, Kumar just deciding to leave that alone. He's got 10 runs from this over already. But he'd also really want to look to limit some of the dot balls in rotating strike. And this time it's gone up in the air. There's a man out in the boundary. And he'll take the catch. Asif's got his 3rd. Kumar looking to clear the boundary once again. And this time he's found the one man there at deep point. And Asif has picked up his 3rd. They say the bowler always has the last laugh. And Asif, after going for a few runs in this over, has picked up a wicket. His 3rd in just 2 overs. As Kumar's gone, Titans losing their 3rd wicket inside the power play. They're scoring at a good rate. Over 10 and over. But the runs there. Runs are coming good. It's the wickets which may be problematic for the Titans. But they do definitely have the batting to come.
Caught by fielder. Is it Rizwan?
Chad.
Thank you.
Chad.
Thank you.
Asif now, this one just defended by the new man in. And with that, it'll be the end of the over. 10 runs and a wicket coming from it. And after 5, the Titans 48 for 2. Duffy back into the attack now. Starts off with an excellent Yorker to Trevon Griffith. Duffy's first over, a bit expensive, went for 18. Courtesy Ryan Pathan. Now as he comes into Griffith once again, who looks to drive that one, but straight to mid-off. Will still pick up a single for it though. Duffy now, this time, just driven towards mid-on by the new batsman, Srimanta. As Duffy comes back in, this time just guided past the diving keeper, and so they'll get a single from it once again. Jacob Duffy though, the bowler, is represented New Zealand at the international level. As he comes into ball here, this time full, just sliding down leg as he's flicked that away as Srimanta. And they'll come back for a couple of runs. A good over this is turning out to be for Khulle Sher. Just 5 from it with 1 delivery remaining. And this time driven down the ground to mid-off. And with that single, Srimanta, he'll retain strike. As that's the end of the over. 6 coming from that Duffy over. And at the end of the power play, 6 overs done. 53 for 3 are the Titans. And now it's time for some spin as Saib Malhotra is into the attack. Bowling to Trevon Griffith, the man on strike. And It's full just driven away towards covers. And they'll come through for a quick single there. And Griffith charging down. Srimanta a bit late to reply on that. But he'll make his way to the other end. Malhotra now to the right-handed batsman, and that's some good fielding off his own bowling. As Srimanta looked to drive it down the ground, but Malhotra quick to get to that. Oh, this time a bit of an outside edge past the keeper. The third man will cut it off. Malhotra now. This time goes a bit short. Looking to hit that away off the back foot. Griffith doesn't get the timing, as he'll come through for that single. It's been a good over so far for Khulle Sher. The 3 coming from it. As that one just guided towards point, a dot ball. And the final ball of Malhotra's over coming up. And it's just going to be it. Straight to the man there at point, who's done well. But still the batsman coming through for a single. And with that, at the end of the over, 4 coming from it. And after 7, the Titans 57 for 3. Shami Kotra now into the attack as we have another bowling change into Srimanta. And a good delivery to start off on the pads, angling in a bit. And he'll just pick up the single off of it. Kotra now in to Griffith. And that's pulled away. There is a man out in the deep, but it'll go past him. One bounce into the boundary for 4. So Trevon Griffith here picking up a boundary. Goes short, does Kotra. And while there was a deep mid-wicket in place, he'll still pick up a boundary, Will Griffith. Oh, this time down the ground. And once again over the boundary. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Was it on the bounce? Appears it was. And so one bounce into the ropes. And back-to-back boundaries here for Trevon Griffith. Some pressure on Shami Gotra now. As he has a chat with a few of his teammates, looking where does he want to bowl to Griffith. Now we can see a long off and long on comes into place. Oh, and this time he scooped that away, picks up another boundary. Trevon Griffith, some innovation on this occasion. As he moves to the offside, uses Gotra's pace, and hits it over fine leg. Just toying with the field now is Griffith. Originally there was that deep mid wicket right next to which he pulled that first boundary. Then he decided to go down the ground. So they decided to put fielders there, and then that scoop. Where does he go now? Oh, this time that's much better from Gotra, just conceding that single. Going on that third, fourth stump line on a good length. But they've gotten the runs from this over that the Titans would have wanted. 14 already coming from it. With one delivery to go, which Srimanta will face. Final ball of Gotra's first coming up. And it's just going to be driven past the man at covers. And just a single they'll take off of that one. So 15 coming from that over, and after 8, the California Titans 72 for 3. Now Malhotra continuing, this time going for that reverse sweep. It'll beat the fielder as well. So picks up a boundary here to start the over off. Does Srimanta. Malhotra there, a bit of width he offered. And Srimanta quick to bounce on it. And this time that's gone up in the air. There is a man coming in. And he'll take the catch. Another excellent catch we've seen. This time running across the boundary. And taking a fine catch in the end to dismiss Srimanta. So 4 and out for him as Malhotra picks up his first wicket. And Srimanta departs for 10 off 12. The 4th wicket down for the Titans. Midway through the 9th. They have been scoring at a good rate. Srimanta there once again looking to clear that boundary. There was a man at covers, no, at deep covers, not deep extra cover though. And so looking to play a bit inside out, but ends up falling. The new batsman out in the middle, Angelo Pereira. As Malhotra comes in, just looking to guide that away. Doesn't get bad on it though, Pereira. I think Angelo Pereira, this is a good situation for someone like him to come in. Back to this after this ball. As he looks to pull that away, it's gone up in the air, but falls well short of that fielder running in from long on. But Angelo Pereira, more so of a player who'll really look to rotate strike. Not as much of a power hitter. And then when you've got someone like Trevon Griffith at the other end, who does do a lot of that power hitting, that can really make this a good partnership. Especially at this stage, 4 down in the 9th over, but you've got some runs on the board. And Griffith there just defending that one right back. And now final ball of Malhotra's second. As it's just hit out towards deep square leg by Trevon Griffith. A single to finish off. With that, he'll retain strike. And after 9, the Titans 78 for 4. Spin from both ends as Ronak Sharma is introduced into the attack. This time that switch hit, but straight to the man at point. Griffith trying to be a bit innovative there. Worked for him a bit earlier, but not on this occasion. And this one will just be driven down the ground towards long off. Just picking up another single from it. Getting Pereira onto strike. On this time appeal. As he's wrapped on the pads, but not out, says the umpire. Seemed to have maybe just been going down leg. And I think that's what the umpire reckons there. Pereira now. Bit of an... Didn't really get that off the middle. He'll still get a single for it, though that man was out at deep mid-wicket. Griffith now. This time he's opened up that leg side, but with deep square leg, it'll be just a single. You can see Trevon Griffin moving around a lot in his crease, trying to open up different angles, find those gaps. As the final ball of the 10th comes up and goes downtown, does Angelo Pereira, and he'll clear the boundary for a maximum. An excellent way to end off what was turning out to be a really good Ronak Sharma over. Had gone for just the 3 up until that point and a 6 to spoil Ronak's figures there, but 9 coming from that one. And at the halfway stage in the innings, 10 overs done, and the Titans 87 for 4. Saib Malhotra here continuing as that's cut away. It will just be the dot ball. Griffith now 25 he's on of 21 deliveries. And this one, a bit of a misfield there at point, and they'll get that single quite comfortably. I think it bounced a bit more than Griffith was originally expecting. And now the right-handed Pereira on strike. Once again, just looking to guide that, doesn't get bad on it. And this one straight to third man. They've got a third man and backward point in place, both inside the circle, on the offside. And this one on the bounce to the man at backward point. It's beat both of them though. Running away, doesn't reach the boundary. But they'll come back quite comfortably for a couple of runs. Found that gap very well, did Pereira. It was a very small gap to find between those two fielders. Malhotra now the final ball of his third. And just guided towards backward point. A dot to finish off. Just 3 runs coming from that over. And after 11, 90 for 4 are the Titans. Ronak Sharma now continuing. Griffith on the back foot, but to the on the bounce to the man out in the deep. Saw that one a bit shorter from Ronak. And had he hit that a bit better, it would have gone straight into the hands of the man out in the deep. To Pereira now, who once again tries to clear that leg side boundary. And I believe that'll be a 4. Yes, one bounce over the ropes, bouncing just inside the boundary. So Pereira now moves on to 14 with that. Starting to get going. Ronak now. Couple of short deliveries to start off. This time just goes a bit fuller. Similar length though. And just the single to get Griffith back on strike. And this one just defended right back to Malhotra, going much fuller there on that occasion. Having a look at the field of Griffith. We'll come back to that after this ball, which is just going to be a down the ground to long on for that single. But you had a cow corner, long on, long off. And a deep covers the 4 men out to Griffith. That extra protection at the boundary continues here as Pereira's on strike. And he goes down the ground. There is a man, long on, comes around, and he'll take the catch. So there's the wicket now. Pereira goes, a couple of good hits from him, but he departs off Ronak's last ball in his second over. A well-made 15 from him, coming from just 12 deliveries. But Pereira, he'll have to walk back. Half the side now for the Titans gone, 5 down. Trevon Griffith, he's holding one end, but wickets have been falling at the other. The runs are coming for the Titans and they'll be happy about that. 97 in 12 overs, but 5 wickets they've lost here. Saib Malhotra continuing here as that one's hit down the ground and to the man out in the deep. So there's the wicket. This time it's Trevon Griffith who'll have to go. And a big wicket that once again. Griffith, he was playing so well on 28. And now both the set batsmen are gone off consecutive deliveries. Saib Malhotra picking up another here, as Griffith was trying to clear that cow corner boundary, ends up hitting it straight to the man out in the deep. Malhotra, his second wicket here.
Caught fielder, please.
And now we'll have two new batsmen at the crease.
Thank you.
So two new batsmen at the crease now, both yet to face a delivery. Shinwari, the man on strike, and Chadwick Walton at the other end. As Malhotra comes in. And bowls a good one to start off. Some extra bounce there, which we've seen from Malhotra today. Especially against Pereira, who he beat a couple of times. And now against the new man, Shinwari. That's driven straight to the man it covers, though. Will be some pressure now on this Titan side. 97 for 6. Still more than 7 overs remaining. This time looking to cut that away. Wants a wide for that Shinwari. Umpire, though, won't give it. Malhotra now 2 left in the over for him. This one cut away, but straight to backward point. This has been an excellent over for Khulle Sher. Not a single run off of it till now, and the wicket. And this time that's gone up in the air. Fine leg coming around. No, won't get there. And so single off the last ball with that Shinwari. He'll retain strike. A wicket and a run coming from that Saib Malhotra over. An excellent one to finish off his spell as well. 2 for 13 in 4 overs. And after 13, the Titans 98 for 6. Ronak Sharma now in for his 3rd over. As that's nudged away into the leg side. He will just pick up a single off, and that's hit the batsman. That throw there.
Score?
Shinwari, the man,
99 for 6.
seems to have hit him on the leg. Ronak going for that direct hit. Yeah, right around the knee there. I think we should be all set to continue. Shinwari there at the non-striker's end. Ronak into Walton, who's facing his first delivery. As that's driven out towards deep covers. Just for another single. Ronak now into Shinwari. Just nudge that one into the leg side for another single. Now, at this ground, Bolen 2. We've already had one game here, the morning game, where the Kingsmen made 148 in the first innings. Yet the Scorpions chased that down in just 15 overs. As this one's just hit away into the leg side once again as Walton picks up a single. But 150 not being anywhere near enough for the Kingsmen. But with this Titan side, they've got a good bowling lineup. But they still want to somehow get past, or at least get to that 140-150 mark to try and be competitive here. This one just driven down the ground once again towards long off, and that's the end of the over. 5 coming from it, and after 14, 103 for 6 are the Titans. Jacob Duffy back into the attack. And starts off with a good delivery on a good length. Just beating the batsman there, Shinwari. Duffy's first 2 went for 23. And he's yet to pick up a wicket. Is the New Zealand international. Into Shinwari now. Just nudge that away into the leg side. He's gotten the single, looking for the second. Won't get it though. And that'll bring Walton on to strike. Walton is represented the West Indies. A wicket-keeper batsman. And just defends this one right back to Duffy. Another really good delivery, just cramping Walton up for room as they'll come across for a quick single. Duffy now. It's just defended once again. Will just be that dot ball. One delivery now remains in this Duffy over. It's been a good one, just 2 from it till now. Final ball of Duffy's third. That's just going to be driven straight to covers though. So the end of the over, just 2 coming from it. And after 15, 105 for 6 is where the Titans sit. Asif now back into the attack, 3 for 19 off his first 2. This one just defended into the onside by Walton. We're into the final 5 overs of the innings. Asif, he's bowled well today. And another good Yorker driven. And they're appealing for that run out there. Appears Asif got a hand on it, but Shindwari back in his crease. Oh, and this time a full toss, hit down the ground. And 1 bounce into the ropes before. So a boundary now for Chadwick Walton. Got the full toss and he's not one to miss out on it. So Asif there going for his Yorker. Just missed his length a bit. And he's going to have to pay the price for it. Another 2 umpires just conferring. Seems it's about the condition of the ball, but it is fine enough to continue. Now as Asif runs in. And just hits that away off his pads. Out to the man in the deep. And just a single for it. The 5 men outside the ring. You've got a deep covers, long off, long on, cow corner. And deep square leg. And this one on the bounce towards covers. Well fielded there. Went quickly towards him, but And a bit to his right, but does well to get there. Asif now final ball of his third. As it's hit down the ground just for the single. With that, Shinwari will retain strike. And after 16, 111 for 6 are the Titans. Ronsford beaten now. Brought back 2 overs for 11. And this time looking to pull it away through the leg side. Doesn't get it off the middle, and so just a single. And gets Walton onto strike. all set to continue there after a bit of a delay as Beaton runs in. And a slower ball on that occasion. Walton not able to cut it away. Beaten now into Walton once again, this time pulled away. There's a man out in the deep though, just keeping it to the single. So 113 the score sits at with 21 deliveries remaining. Ideally, the Titans would like to at least get to that 140 mark. It does seem a bit tough from here. As that one's pulled away. And it'll go over the boundary. Sails over for a maximum as the umpire signals. And so Shinwari, that'll definitely help their cause. Up to 119 the score. Going a bit short, Beaten. And quick to bounce on that Shinwari. Pulls it away over a vacant deep mid-wicket region. Is a man at deep square leggish. A bit to his left really from there. There are just a few people moving around, which caught Shinwari's eyes, just pulling out. Beaten now, 2 balls left in this over. This time on the pads, just flicked away towards fine leg though. Getting Walton on strike, and leg buys signals the umpire. So now the final ball of Beaton's third. And that's gone up in the air. No one there though in short. And so with that single, Walton, he'll retain strike as 10 runs come from this Beaton over. And after 17, 121 for 6 are the Titans. Jacob Duffy now brought back 3 overs, none for 25. Into Bolen's final one. Oh, and that one's pulled away and sails over the boundary once again. So this time off the bat of Chadwick Walton, and both arms aloft for the umpire as he picks up a maximum. And with that, he moves up to 16. The Titans on to 127 now. And all of a sudden, 140 looks close, 150 even on the cards from here. Going a bit short, Duffy. There were a couple men out in the deep. You had a long on and a deep mid-wicket. But going over both of them. Duffy now, where does he go? This time goes full. And just hit out towards cow corner. For that single. Getting Shinwari on strike. Into Shinwari now. We'll just hit it down the ground once again to mid-off. They don't want the single though, the two batsmen. This time short, pulled away, swatted it really, and it sails a long, long way over. One of the bigger sixes we've seen today, and it's come off the bat of Shinwari. A tennis-like shot, you could say. But he's picked up a maximum for it. And this is turning out to be a really good over here for the Titans. 13 already from it, 2 balls remaining. Duffy now, surely he's got to go fuller. And once again, Shinwari trying to go big. A couple of fielders. Oh, and I think I seem to have misjudged it there at the boundary. Stayed back for a long while. Then decided to come in, but on the bounce to them in the end. Shinwari takes a couple of runs for that. Bringing us to the final ball of the 18th now. Some changes are made in the field. Duffy, his final ball today. Doesn't get that off the middle, just a single there. With that, Shinwari will retain strike. A 16 run over there. Jacob Duffy, he finishes off. None for 41 in his 4. A bit expensive, and after 18, 137 for 6 are the Titans. Ronsford beaten continuing. 3 overs, none for 19. And that's gone up in the air. There's a man coming around underneath it. And he'll take the catch. So there's the wicket now. Shinwari will have to go after a couple of big hits. As Beaton strikes off the first ball of the penultimate over. Shinwari looking to go downtown once again. Trying to clear the boundary. And a good catch taken. As long off runs in. The 7th wicket now falling for the Titans. Shinwari has to go. Mohammad Asif, the man who took that catch. And so Beaton picks up a wicket. He's bowled well today. Going at exactly 6 and over. Another wicket as well. And the new man out, Nikhil Datta. Just 11 more deliveries remain in the innings. Datta now the man on strike. Oh, and a swing and a miss there. Looking to hit it on the leg side. Misses it completely though. So 137 for 7, 10 deliveries remaining. Can the Titans find their way to 150? 13 runs, 10 balls. Walton's playing well at one end. Oh, this time looking to pull it away. Doesn't get the timing, and so just a single. Nonetheless, though, he's gotten Walton on strike. Beaten now. This one's gone up in the air. Oh, and trying to take that. Doesn't end up reaching it though. Would have been an excellent return catch. But just falls short as the batsmen scamper across for a single. A good over this has been for Khulle Sher. Just the 2 runs and the wicket coming from it, with a couple of balls still remaining. Now as Beaton comes in. Oh, and this time he's got a good hold of that, and it'll sail over the boundary once again. So another 6, this time off the batter Nikhil Datta. Moves himself up to 7 now, just 3 deliveries. And the score up to 145. This is exactly what the Titans need at this stage. Just another 7 deliveries remaining. And that one there, Beaton deciding to go full. He got underneath that, did Nikhil. And ends up clearing the boundary. Final ball now from Beaton. Oh, and a good bouncer that is to finish off, just ducking underneath that. So a dot to finish off, 8 runs and a wicket coming from it. Ronsford Beaton, he's bowled well today, 1 for 27 off his 4. And after 19, 145 for 7 are the Titans. Mohammad Asif now to bowl the final one. A good Yorker to start off, just hit out towards deep mid wicket for the single. And that gets Walton onto strike. This time just carving that through the offside, straight to deep point though. And just yet another single taken. Need to try and find a couple of boundaries here. This one down the leg side, they'll come across and they'll take it as well. A run off that wide. Might as well go for it at this stage. Just another 4 deliveries remaining. And with that single, it'll be Walton on strike now. The set batsman. Let's hit this one past covers. But deep covers comes around. And they'll pick up a couple of runs still for that. So once again, keeping Walton on strike, which is what the Titans would want to do at this stage. And this time a full toss, straight to the man. Asif now. And this one's hit down the ground, but just towards mid-off. Oh, a bit of a fumble out in the deep, which allows the batsman to come back for the second. They always wanted the 2. But I think without the fumble, they wouldn't have gotten it. This one's driven through the covers. Out towards the man in the deep. And the keeper's there. Appears he's made his ground. And is very well run in the end by Walton.
Umpire confirming it was not given out, right?
Not out.
Thank you.
And with that, the Titans, they'll end their innings. After 20 overs, 154 for 7. And I think they'd be happy with that score, especially with where they were around that 12th, 13th over. 154 for 7 after 20. And so 155 is what Khulle Sher will need if they are to get a couple of points early here in the Unity Cup 2023. Do join us for that, as the second innings is coming your way in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of Game 5 of the Unity Cup. Khulle Sher winning the toss restricted the California Titans to 154. So now their openers out in the middle. 155 needed to win. When we have a look at that first innings, top scorer Rayan Pathan. Rayan Pathan, who made 20.
player for Ryan Khan Patan.
Ryan Pathan, 28 of 14 deliveries, and Trevon Griffith, 28 of 16 or 28 of 26. The two top scorers.
Players are number 6 and number 4.
And with the ball, 3 for 34, Mohammad Asif, the pick of the bowlers in the first innings. Here we can see Akhilesh Bodugam at the top of his mark, ready to open the bowling. As Khulle Sher's two openers are also out in the middle. 155 they need to win here and gain a couple of points. Bodugam opening, here we go. First ball of the chase. Or not to be. Now the first ball. And that's just defended towards that point region by Chad Bowes, the opener, and Jagdeep Singh, who's at the non-striker's end. Bodugam here, some spin to open the attack. As that one's just defended towards covers. He's experienced in the power play is Akhilesh Bodugam. Mainly bowls here up front. He's economical, gets wickets. A key part of any team. And that one just nudged into the leg side once again, another dot. This time once again does well Bodugam to stop that. Yet to get off the mark here are Khulle Sher, and this time swept away and get off the mark with a boundary and a maximum at that actually. Both arms aloft for the umpire. Chad Bowes down on one knee, and he swept that all the way for 6. With that, Khulle Sher, they're up and running. Some good deliveries from Bodugam in this over. That one though going for a few runs. Deep mid wicket and long on, the two men back. This time going shorter, out towards that man at deep mid wicket. And with that, it'll be the end of the over as well. So after the first, 7 for no loss are Khulle Sher.
number 30, Damika Prasad.
Yep, got it. Thank you.
Dhameka Prasad now into the attack from the other end. Fast bowler into Chad Bowes. And starts off with a wide. Well outside the tram line, that one. And now just leaving that one alone is Bowes. As Prasad comes in once again, this time driven through the covers region, running away towards the boundaries. The chase is on. And the fielder does well to stop it at the end. As they come back for a couple of runs, do the batsmen. And this time looking to scoop that away. Past short fine leg. Was inside the 30-yard circle, but not getting bad on it. Pravnoor Singh at the non-striker's end, yet to face a delivery. And this one's hit down the ground. But just towards that mid-off fielder who does well, running to his right to put a stop to it. And this one's driven past the man that covers inside the ring, but there is deep point there at the boundary. We've got a deep point and deep third man, the two men back now in the power play, so with the field restrictions. Prasad now, a swing and a miss there outside off. With that, it'll be the end of the second over as well. 11 for no loss, or Khulle Sher. Bodugam now continuing, and his first one cut away past the man at point and runs away to the boundary. So boundary to start this over off, and Chad Bowes looking good out in the middle. He's got a couple of boundaries under his belt, especially off Bodugam. This time cutting it away once again, just past that diving fielder. It was in the air for a while. And got his fingertips to that one. Just not able to hang on. Did slow it down. So that ball didn't reach the boundary. Stopped just before. That's an excellent effort there at extra cover. Bodugam now bowling much straighter. A similar length though. Just that dot ball as it's pushed off towards extra cover. Oh, and this time that's gone up in the air. Fine leg. Running back. Won't get to it for the catch. Nor to save that boundary. So a bit of a top edge there from Bowes, but he's going to pick up a boundary nonetheless. Looking to sweep that away. And it's over. It's already gone for 10 with 2 deliveries remaining. So Bodugam under some pressure here. And just a couple of steps down the track here from Bowes now as he picks up a single, giving Prabnur Singh the final ball to face. Prabnur here yet to get off the mark. As he remains on 0, that one hit towards point. And a good over that for Khulle Sher, 11 coming from it. And after 3, 22 for no loss are Khulle Sher. That's a good delivery there. Trying to fish for that outside off Bowes. Dhamika Prasad here continuing. His first went for just 4. On to Bowes once again. An excellent Yorker as he's dropped on the pads. A huge appeal. Not out though, says the umpire. So Bowes remains. It was a really good Yorker that from Prasad. As he comes in once again. This time short, pulled away. Just towards fine leg. It was in the air for a while. But Bodugam there, the man not able to get there for the catch. This one just played towards the covers region. Dr. Prasad now once again beating the batsman. The keeper also not able to elect it completely cleanly and signaled leg byes by the umpire. So Bowes now on strike to face the final delivery of the over. That one just left alone, rightly so, as it is called a wide by the umpire, so he'll have to re-bowl it, Will Prasad. And that's gone up in the air. On the bounce though to the man at extra cover. I think Bowes may just have been in a bit of double minds here. Does he want to drive it through or does he want to go aerial? But nonetheless, it's going to be a dot ball and the end of the over, 3 coming from it. And after 4, 25 for no loss for Khulle Sher. We have a bowling change now as Bodhugam is taken out of the attack and Nikhil Datta is brought in. So that was just defended. And that's gone up in the air. Has it cleared the man? Running back, and it has. Goes for a maximum. This time off the bat of Brabnoor Singh, and what a way to get off the mark. Saw it full, that off stump line, and cleared the fielders inside the 30-yard circle, and not only them, but goes all the way over the boundary. Datta now, he's hit him on the pads. I think there may just have been an inside edge though. And this time, deciding to hit that one on the leg side, just out towards deep mid wicket. And this one's it down the ground. And a couple of bounces into the ropes before. So this time it's off the batter, Chad Bowes. We saw an earlier shot in the over from Prabnur Singh, and Bowes, he's looked good today and picks up yet another boundary. I believe that's his third boundary of the day. Is it a maximum as well? Has Bowes. Datta, where does he go now? Once again goes full. Once again takes him on, Bowes. And this time he's picked up yet another boundary. So a similar shot, the same result. And Datta, an expensive first over for him, going for 15 runs, and after 5, 40 for no loss, Khulle Sher. Right, Emirates now brought into the attack. Starts off with a dot ball into Prabnur Singh. This one though, it'll clear the boundary. So Prabnur Singh, he's seen Bowes play well at one end, and now himself deciding to join the party. Rayed Emirates, a very experienced bowler, having played in T20 leagues around the world. And we'll see how he responds to this. That's much better bowling, beating Prabnur there. Bowls just in that fourth stump line. And this time short, pulled away. Bodhu come at fine leg. Oh, put down. Put down. He situated himself underneath that ball, but ends up just popping out of his hands. The short ball there creating the opportunity. Prabnur wanting to pull it away, trying to get it over fine leg. And the plan almost working for the Titans. They had a deep square leg in place as well. Oh, and this time pulls it away. Deep square leg. Oh, put down once again. 2 drops in 2 balls, and both the batsmen have gotten lives here. Both the openers looking good, and they've been given opportunities. Emirates here once again deciding to go short, creating those opportunities, but not to be. This time much fuller, just driven towards extra cover, as it'll be a single to end off the over. 7 coming from it, and after 6, the end of the power play, 47 for no loss. Samiullah Shinwari now introduced into the attack. As that wants it straight towards covers. Shinwari with the bat earlier today hit 21. Very important 21 that was, now with the ball in hand. Just looking to defend that one, Prabnoor. Oh, and this time down on one knee, looking to sweep that away. It falls well short of the man at the boundary. This time off the back foot. And he's hit that for another maximum here. Chad Bowes, his second maximum of the innings. And an excellent shot that was. Shinwari going a bit too short. And he'll have to pay the price. Bowes on to 37 with that now. And also brings up the 50 for Khulle Sher. 54 for no loss. That's a much better delivery from Shinwari, and he's got him. 6 and out for a Chad Bowes, as he'll have to depart for a very well made 37. And what a delivery that was from Shinwari. Bounced on middle stump, just spun away, and he's gotten Bowes. So the first wicket now falling for Khulle Sher, getting the breakthrough here, a crucial one, are the California Titans. Leave Khulle Sher at 54 for 1 with one ball left in the 7th. Left-hander now coming to the crease, the new batsman, James Seymour. As that one's just nudged into the leg side, he'll pick up a single to get off the mark. And with that, the end of Shinwari's over as well, 8 and a wicket coming from it. And after 7, 55 for 1 Khulle Sher. this time looking to just switch it up a bit unorthodox, but doesn't get the placement he would have liked. Seymour. It's Akhilesh Bodugam is back into the attack. His first two a bit expensive, went for 18. And this one swept away, but straight to fine leg. And this one was aerial for a while, but Bodugam himself just chasing it down. Bodugam now deciding to try and take him on. Prabnoor Singh doesn't get the connection though. Bodugam a much better over from this is turning out to be. Just the one run with 2 deliveries remaining. And this time just played towards more of a third man gullyish type position. And that'll get James Seymour on strike for the final ball of Bodugam's third. This time looking to pull it away. Way too early on that though was Seymour, and with that the end of the over, just 2 runs coming from it, and after 8, 57 for 1 are Khulle Sher. Shinwari here continuing. That was in the air for a while, just out towards deep mid wicket. Yes, they'll pick up the single. Just making a couple of changes in the field here, Shinwari. Bringing an extra man onto the leg side. Yes, that one's just hit away towards mid wicket. Just for that single. The Titans in search of some wickets here. They've kept the runs. As that one's hit just past a diving Shinwari. But the Titans, they've kept the runs pretty low. Getting to 60 from 8.5 overs, especially after the first couple, which went for a few. But after that, the runs starting to just dry up a bit. At least not coming at the pace they used to. As this one will just be that another dot cut away towards covers. Shinwari now is deciding to leave that alone as Shinwari goes a bit wide. Now looking to cut that away. There is a man out in the deep. And keeps it just to the single. Punch that one down the ground, did Seymour, and he'll pick up a single for it to get us to the final ball of the Shinwari over, which is just got to point. And so the end of a 5-run over, and after 9, Khulle Sher 62 for 1. Bodugam now continuing his first 3 for 20. That single bringing Prabnoor back onto strike. 17 he's on to. This time deciding to go for that lofted shot, and he's hit it down the ground. One bounce into the rope, so 4 runs there off the bat of Prabnoor. And Bodugam there went full on the stumps, which is usually where you see Akhilesh Bodugam bowling his. In general, he likes to go a bit fuller in various lines. This time, though, it hasn't really worked out for him, especially today. That one, though, straight to covers. This time, just a point, so a couple of dots following that boundary. Still another 88 needed from 62 balls, so unless the Titans can get some wickets here, you'd want to back the batting side. And wickets, that will be key. They've just lost the one of Khulle Sher. This time, just cut away straight towards point though. And that'll be the end of Bodugam's spell. 4 overs, none for 25. And at the halfway mark, 10 overs done, 67 for 1. Are Khulle Sher, another 88 needed from 10 overs. Shinwari now continuing. First ball goes a bit short. And that's pulled away into the boundary for a maximum. So Shinwari not the greatest of starts to his 3rd over. And James Seymour now into double digits. Shinwari, where does he go? This time a bit wider. That one's spinning in quite a bit as well. And that one straight towards extra cover. Will just be that dot ball. That required rate has climbed up to 8.5. Still not too bad. They've already gotten 8 in this over now with that single. And that one punched off the back foot. Down towards long off. Shinwari now, final ball of his third. A bit of an outside edge. As the batsmen come back for a couple of runs. Third man chasing that one down. And so that'll be the end of the 11th. 11 coming from it. And after 11 overs, 78 for 1 is what Khulle Sher at. Nikhil Datta back into the attack. His first one expensive, went for 15. This time once again going inside out. And a boundary to start the over off the batter James Seymour. So not the start Datta and the Titans would have liked. As Seymour starts off with a boundary. Datta now, where does he go? Cut away once again. And just a single from it. No need to take any more risks in this over. Just 8.3 that required rate. We've already gotten 5 of just the first 2 deliveries. And this time going short, came down a couple of steps did Prabnoor. Nikhil seeing that, just pulled his length back a bit. And that's gone up in the air. There's a man coming around from long off. 2 men converging there, long off and deep covers. Falls in between them though. And so Prabnoor will be safe for now. There's that edge. There's a huge appeal there. Umpire, though, remains unmoved. They thought they had him, the Titans. 30-run partnership building here. And wickets is the main thing which can get Titans back into this game. And that's cut away in the air for a while, but will just be the single out to that man at deep covers. Now Raid Emirates is back into the attack. His first, none for 7. Into James Seymour now, the left-hander. That one is just over him. Let's just take the single from it. 85 for 1 in 12 overs. Still another 70 needed, but they've got 9 wickets in hand. And the batting to come from here. He comes in now, it's a bit short. Doesn't get the timing, but we'll still pick up the single. In search of a wicket here are the Titans. And this time that's swept away and races to the boundary for 4. So boundary now, James Seymour finding that gap really well. Played it quite fine. And picks up a boundary. And this time a swing and a miss. That's it down the ground. It's in the air, long on, and he'll take it. There's the wicket. Raid Emirates strikes as James Seymour will have to walk back, and the partnership is finally broken. California Titans, they've picked up their 2nd wicket. And Raid Emirates is the man to give them that wicket. All his experience. And a much needed wicket there that they've gotten off James Seymour, who is looking good. 24 off 20. A couple of boundaries and a maximum. And quite an important breakthrough this. There's another 64 still needed, 7 overs. That required rate near 9. But 8 wickets still in hand. That wickets is going to be the key thing here for Khulle, Sher and the Titans. Saib Malhotra, the new man out, to face Emirates' final ball of his second over. He's just going to defend it until the end of the 13th. 6 and a wicket coming from it. And after 13, 91 for 2 are Khulle, Sher. Now another spinner introduced into the attack as Angelo Pereira comes on. Just looking to cut that away was Prabnoor. And that's cut away straight to the man. There's the wicket. Angelo Pereira brought into the attack. Strike second ball. And the set batsman Prabnoor Singh, he'll have to walk back. California Titans, all of a sudden, they've gotten 2 wickets in quick succession. With 2 new batsmen at the crease, that required rate rising. This is exactly what they would have wanted. Prabnoor there. He was given the width by Pereira, looking to cut it away. But ends up hitting it straight to the man at point. Nikhil Datta, that fielder was, who took the catch, and now Khulle, Sher 3 down for 91. Still another 64 needed. Daniel Doyle, the new man out, joining Saib Malhotra. He'll be the man on strike as Pereira comes in and looking to pull that away. Doesn't get bad on it though, maybe a bit of an under edge. And so just a single he'll pick up, getting him off the mark. And that's gone up in the air between the 2 fielders though. They've got the first. Misfield there at the edge of the ring will allow the second. And with those couple of runs, Saib Malhotra as well now off the mark. one straight to point. They'll take a single for it as well. That's really well run. So continuing to put pressure on these fielders are these two Khulle Sher batsmen. Especially with that required rate rising 9.7 now. This time steps down the track. And just past Pereira. As they pick up another single. And it'll be at the end of the over as well. Pereira's first goes for 5 and he picks up a wicket as well after 14 at 96 for 3. Dhamika Prasad brought back into the attack. His first two, none for 6. While opening the bowling. This one hit out towards cow corner for a couple of runs. By Doyle. Prasad now, and he's got him. Cleaned him up. Daniel Doyle has to go, and Prasad picks up his first wicket. A well-deserved wicket with the way he's been bowling today. And the fourth one down now for Khulle Sher. Daniel Doyle swinging across the line. And his stumps uprooted there. Run a ball 4 he departs on. Khulle Sher, they'll feel a bit of pressure now. 3 wickets falling in quick succession. Back to back to back overs. And that required rate still rising. It's above 10. California Titans, though, fighting their way back into this game. And at this stage, Saib Malhotra still relatively new. He's just faced the 3 deliveries. And a new batsman coming out as well, who hasn't faced a single one. And so surely you'd want to back the Titans here at this stage. They still have 6 wickets in hand to Khulle Sher. They've got the batting to come. CP Rizwan, the new man out in the middle. That's Prashad bowls to him. That's short. Hit away, but straight towards third man. They'll pick up a single for it. Just looking to ramp that away. First ball was Rizwan. Prashad now going a bit fuller. On leg stump, just flicked away for a single. Just not getting his run up right there was Prashad. This time, just guided down towards third man by Rizwan. He'll pick up a single for it. By Malhotra, that was actually. Or Rizwan. So that leaves just one more delivery remaining in this over. It's gone for just 5. And the wicket's coming off of it. So Prasad, he's bowled well. Now can he finish the over off? And that's another really good Yorker, just hit out towards deep covers. So a 6-run over there coming to an end from Prasad and the wicket from it. And so with that, at the end of 15, 102 for 4 are Khulle Sher. Shinwari now back into the attack. That one hit down the ground for a single. Shinwari 3 overs, 1 for 24. Bowling out now. This time looking to sweep that away. Will be galled wide. Trying to hit that well across the line was Rizwan. May have been a bit of premeditation involved as well. There being a huge gap on the leg side. Inside the circle, you do have 2 men back. Deep square leg and deep mid wicket. Rizwan now stepping across into the offside. He's hit that away. Has he taken it? No. That would have been an excellent catch there, running back from the edge of the circle. And he got there, but just popped out of his hands. And this time, once again, looking to go down towards, straight down the ground. This time, once again, looking to cut it away. Saib Malhotra not able to get bat on it. This over's just gone for the 3 with 2 deliveries left. And there, that single taken just tapped into the offside. .8 the required rate's gone up to. This one towards that covers region. Shinwari himself going after it, and just the single to finish off. So 5 runs coming from that over, and that'll end Shinwari's spell. 1 for 29 and 4. He's bowled well, and after 16, 107 for 4 are Khulle Sher.
What's the score?
As Raid Emirates comes back into the attack. Bowling to CP Rizwan, who's pulled that away, and it'll sail over the boundary as well. So another maximum here, the first one for Rizwan, and a much needed one with that rising required rate. Gets the score up to 113 now. 113 for 4 is what Khulle Sher are at during the first ball of the 17th over. And at the same time, 112 for 6 is what the California Titans were at. So slightly ahead are Khulle Sher, 1 run ahead, and they've lost 2 fewer wickets. As that one's just cut away for that single. But very similar positions both these teams are in at this stage. Emirates here's third. Oh, and this one's hit down the ground, long on, or just past. He got his hands to it, but that one just bursting through, and 1 bounce into the ropes for 4 as well. And this time that was off the batter side, Malhotra. Malhotra, of course, he's a really good finisher. Coming in down the order, we saw that during minor league. And this time just looking to cut it away, a slower ball from Emirates. Some smart bowling. Emirates here bowling the 17th. He'll most probably bowl the 19th as well. Dhamika Prasad still has 1 over left. And then you've got Nikhil Datta or Angelo Pereira you could turn to. This one though has once again reached the boundary, this time through point. Looking to finish us off in a hurry here is Saib Malhotra and Rizwan. This is turning out to be a big over. It's gone for 15 already. Still 1 ball remaining. Emirates now. Oh, and that's a good Yorker to finish off. They'll still take a single off of it. With that, Malhotra retaining strike. And Khulle Sher after 17, 123 for 4. 32 needed from 3 overs. Damika Prasad into the attack. That one's gone up in the air on the bounce though out to deep point. Prasad bowling out here. His first 3 just conceded the 12 runs, picked up a wicket as well. So he's been excellent today. Now the final one at the 18th over, he's bowling. This one's gone up in the air. A couple of fielders converge though, falls in between them. To Malhotra now, who's hit this one just short of the man there at mid-on. Was in the air for quite a while. Damika Prasad though, he's been bowling really well. Just 3 runs off the first 3 balls of this over. 3 more remain. As he just makes a couple of changes to his field. Deep square leg moved more to deep mid wicket. Oh, that's a very full outside off. Out to deep point and just a single from it. Prasad now, as Malhotra hits that one out towards deep mid wicket. Just another single. Once again, an excellent over. This has been just 5 runs from it with 1 ball remaining. And Prasad, can he just close it out well? That's what the Titans would want. 28 or 27 needed in 13 deliveries. This time a swing and a miss. So the end to an excellent over here from Damika Prasad. And just 5 runs coming from it. 1 for 17 of his 4 overs. He's been excellent today. And after 18, 128 for 4 Khulle Sher. 27 more needed from 12 deliveries, 6 wickets in hand. And we are in for an amazing finish here at Bolen Park. Emrit continuing for the penultimate. As that one's hit down the ground towards long on. Just a single. Emrit, his last one was a bit expensive. Went for 16. But overall figures 1 for 29 off his first 3. And this time a full toss. And that'll just about cross the boundary. So another boundary here, this time for CP Rizwan. And Khulle Sher, they'll need a few more of those if they are to chase this target down. 22 needed from 10 balls. Steps across to the offside. And he's hit that one out towards deep mid wicket. They want the second. And they'll get it quite comfortably in the end. That's well run. That's very well run between these two. I've seen Rizwan do this quite a bit in this innings, that he's stepping into the offside, expecting that fifth stump line ball. Now 20 from 9 deliveries. Oh, and that's gone straight up in the air. The keeper's underneath it. And he'll take the catch. Rizwan has to go, and that is a massive wicket. Raid Emirates strikes. And Rizwan, 19 he made. Hit a few good shots, but he'll have to walk back now. That is a huge wicket in this situation. Now you have a new batsman coming to the crease with just 8 deliveries remaining and 20 runs still to get. Rizwan once again trying to clear the boundary. Hit this one straight up in the air though. And a good take by the keeper. Emrit picking up his second wicket of the game. And so now 20 runs needed from 8 balls. As Emrit just makes some changes to his field.
Can you confirm me the new batter, please?
And Ronak Sharma, the new man out. And that's a full toss, hit away. Deep mid wicket. Won't get there. One bounce into the boundary for 4. So Ronak Sharma off the mark with a boundary. And good signs for Khulle Sher that he's up and running right away. Straight away. 16 needed now from 7 deliveries. And a much needed boundary that off the bat of Ronak Sharma. Final ball of the penultimate coming up. Carved away, straight to covers. And they'll come through for the single with that. Ronak Sharma, he retains strike.
You tell me the
And
equation.
15 is now needed from the final over. And it's spin to bowl the final over. 15 needed. 6 balls remaining. And Angelo Pereira just making a few changes to his field. He's all set. First ball of the final over. And that's short, pulled away. There is a man out in the deep. And they'll just get the single for that. So Ronak there getting Saib Malhotra back on strike. The set batsman Malhotra playing on 20 off 17. Now the equations, 14 needed from 5 balls. Pereira now. This one goes down the ground, long on. He's coming underneath it. And he'll take the catch. Saib Malhotra has to go, and that is a huge wicket. Angelo Pereira struck. More importantly, it's a dot ball. But the set batsman here for Khulle Sher, Saib Malhotra, he departs. And now you've got 2 new batsmen at the crease. And 14 needed from just 4 deliveries. Shami Gotra, the new man in, on strike. And a swing and a miss there. And it's signalled a wide by the umpire. The Titans, they certainly don't like that. Down to 13 from 4 now. Still anyone's game. Pereira. Oh, and another swing and a miss. Stepped across, did Gotra onto the offside. But still fails to connect. 13 from 3 now. Oh, and that's gone up in the air. Running away towards the third man boundary. Won't get there. And I think they've just stuck to the single. So 12 needed from 2, and it's Ronak Sharma on strike. Runs, 2 balls. Here we go. Oh, and that's wide. So some pressure here on Angelo Pereira. Now Ronak. And he's hit that away through the offside. There is a man out in the deep. It appears that'll just be a dot ball. So 11 needed from the final one, and as long as Angelo Pereira keeps his foot behind the line, bowls in between the tram lines, this game should be done for the California Titans. As that one's gone up in the air. And the man in the deep, he'll take the catch. And so Ronak Sharma departs off the final ball, and the California Titans, they win by 10 runs. What a game of cricket we've had here. Down to the final over, the final couple of deliveries. And in the end, it's the California Titans who have won their opening game. They pick up a couple of points here early on in the 3rd edition of the Unity Cup 2023. A really good win for them here. First off, bowled well, restricting the Titans. First off, batted well, sorry, making 154 and restricting Khulle Sher to just 144. So overall, an excellent win here for the California Titans. Thank you all for joining us in this broadcast.